Hi guys, we're back. It's Mike with K.I.S.S Dog Training and more tips and tricks with dogs and dog training. Today's going to be a little bit of a weird topic. I got a request from one of our Facebook pages to talk about laser pointers. Now, anybody who's got a cat has probably played with a laser pointer at one point or another. You put it on the ground, the cat chases it around, everything is wonderful and great in the world. In the 15 years that I have done this, laser pointers are one of the worst toys you can possibly play with a dog. And I think the reason is they don't know how to turn it off. So if you get the laser pointer out and you start playing on the ground, it becomes a chase game. The dogs become so fixated on this red light that when you turn off the light, they can't turn it off in their brain. And, some dogs will spend the next 20 minutes looking for that red dot. Okay? I'll be honest with you. There's no way I could actually use the term, obsessive compulsive disorder with a dog in this situation and be, what's the best way of putting this? I am not trying to make a diagnosis here, but I'm going to use that OCD kind of term to help you understand if you're playing with a laser pointer, you're kind of playing with fire. If we get to a point where the dog can't turn it off, then the dog is in a constant state of overstimulation or agitation, which makes their behavior kind of fall apart. And if they're around other animals or kids or small critters, it kind of, I guess, a different way of looking at it is I think that the laser pointer is a release of prey drive. And prey drive is totally different than reactivity and harder to turn off. So, even if you have been able to do it with certain dogs over 15 years, I have seen it create way more problems than it has ever created benefits. In fact, I've seen it even get so bad that people who've used laser pointers, dogs will start chasing light coming through a window, or if light, like let's say, runs through a glass of water, it'll create a prism on the ground. And that becomes what the dog turns around and chases. And now you've got a dog who's sitting at the window waiting for something to pop up on the floor. In a sense, it becomes something that I've seen some dogs have to be medicated, okay? So this is going to be a really quick, fast, furious video, but something that I would not recommend doing with a dog. I would much rather do a training session, hand feeding session, work on stays, take the dog for a walk, play go find it, come here, do retrieving exercises. But I guess a good way to kind of end this conversation would be always keep your training in the mindset of how do I keep it under control. For me, that laser pointer takes training and puts it at 11 instead of 10. And now because it is, overstimulated and past threshold, we now have to either correct or try to calm down the dog. So why would we want to get them so revved up that they can't handle it? So any of your training kind of methods, keep the dog calm, keep the dog under control, keep the dog, I guess in a sense, I want you to constantly be thinking about the words frustration tolerance and impulse control. And if what you're doing is taking the dog past their impulse control or past their frustration tolerance as part of your training protocol, what are you really teaching your dog? Okay? And I, of course, am looking at this from a pet dog perspective. I'm not talking about working dogs. I'm not talking about, guard dogs. I'm talking about everyday household pets. Okay? So it's a weird topic. I'm sure it'll have questions. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. KISSDogTraining.com. My email is mike@kissdogtraining.com. Anything you can, if you've got questions, fire away, okay? And we'll get more specific on a one-on-one basis. But if you want a professional's opinion, I would stay away from laser pointers as a way to exercise dogs, okay? Guys, have a great day, and keep sending those topics so that we can talk about what you want to talk about versus what I want to talk about. So have a great day. It's Mike with K.I.S.S Dog Training. Come back later, and we'll talk more dog training tips. Have a great day.